All right, people, welcome to yet another episode. In this episode, we want to talk about why we need compromise in our relationship, or some of the reasons why compromise is important or needed in our relationships. So the first question is, what is compromise in a relationship? So when we talk about compromise in a relationship, we are talking about finding a middle ground when it comes to you and your partner's preferences, your needs. You need to find a middle ground when it comes to decision making. Literally finding a balance between you and your partner's preferences and making sure that everybody is satisfied to some extent when it comes to the decision that you are making, when it comes to your preferences, and so on and so forth. So why is it important that we, as a people in this time, need to ensure that we have compromise in our relationships? Don't forget to like, comment, and share our videos. So first, we need compromise in our relationships because it can help improve our finances, or it can help us to manage our finances. So if there's compromise, then we can make decisions regarding finances in the relationship and say that your money has to be used for this, my money has to be used for that. So when there's compromise and we are making these decisions about finances, it makes it easier to manage our money. But if there is no compromise, then one person will be so selfish with money and use money for whatever, and this will bring a lot of fights in the relationship. Another reason why we need compromise is that it will help us to manage our sex life. When it comes to sex, people tend to be very selfish. Whenever they feel the need for it in the relationship, they want to have their way. But there has to be compromise for sure, because that will mean one person being so selfish when it comes to their sex life. If there's compromise, we know, that whenever there has to be sex, it has to be a time that it will favor both of the partners. It doesn't have to be done in a way for the selfish interest of the other, that whenever they are ready, the other person has to be ready. That is selfishness when it comes to their sex life. When there is compromise, they know how to say that, okay, this time is good for both of us, let's do it. This time is good for me and not good for you, so let's not do it. Compromise will help you to manage your sex life, and therefore make everybody happy in the relationship. Again, we need compromise in relationships because it will help us to improve our family relationships. When there's compromise, even within the family, the nuclear family, because things are done taking everybody's feelings and views into consideration, everybody will feel satisfied. So there will be good relationships within the family, including the extended family, because decisions are made taking everybody's needs and feelings into consideration. On the flip side of it, if decisions are made where other people's feelings and needs are not taken into consideration, family relationships are going to be bad. So compromise is needed to improve family relationships. And the main reason why we need compromise is that it can help to prevent fights within the relationship. If there's no compromise, it means that people will be having their way all the time in the relationship. When your partner becomes so selfish and wants to have their way all the time in the relationship, to lead to fight, to lead to disagreements in the relationship, too much fight within the relationship will bring a breakup in the relationship, because one partner will feel that their needs are not considered, their feelings are not considered. Again, we need compromise in relationship because it will help prevent selfishness in the relationship. If there's no compromise, the tendency that one partner will rise in the relationship and try to be selfish and have their way all the time and have things done to suit them and not the other partner is going to be high. There will be too much selfishness if there's no compromise. So compromise is needed, said that we always make decisions taking both partners' feelings into consideration, their needs into consideration, to prevent selfishness in the relationship and make the relationship thrive. Again, compromise is needed because it will help to prevent relationship breakups. There are so many relationships that are breaking up because nobody wants to compromise in that relationship. Everybody wants to have their way, and when everybody wants to have their way, people feel their needs and feelings are ignored, and therefore such relationships will lead to a breakup because there's no compromise whatsoever. Why would you stay in a relationship when your needs and your feelings are not considered, and it's only the needs and feelings of your partner that is considered? You would definitely want to leave such a relationship, because we want our needs and feelings to be considered in decision making in the relationship. When there's compromise, definitely relationship breakups will be prevented. So many relationships are breaking because of no compromise in those relationships, because people want their needs and their feelings to be respected in decision making in the relationship. If your needs are being ignored by your partner and your partner is always being selfish and having their way, you would definitely consider a breakup, because it's like you are not part of the relationship. So we need compromise to prevent breakup of relationships in the world, which is on the rise or is increased all the time. When there's compromise, there will be a reduction in disagreement in the relationship, because compromise will make sure that your needs and my needs are all considered. So if both partners' needs are considered, then there's no longer need for disagreement because, hey, we are both in the decision. We can see our feelings and needs reflected in the decision that is made in the relationship. So there's no need to disagree because you are part of the decision making. Your feelings are considered, your needs are considered. Why would you want to disagree when compromise is rich and your needs and feelings are considered in the decision making? My final point for you is that we need compromise in the relationship to reduce arguments in the relationship. You would not argue because when compromise is there, your wishes, your preferences, your desires are being considered, taken into consideration. You are part of the decision making. Your needs are not ignored. There will be no need for you to go argue with your partner because you are part of the decision. You see yourself reflected in the decision that is being made. There's a balance in the decision making. There's a fair deal that is made, said that it is made in a way, the decision is made in a way that it satisfies you and your partner. Therefore, argument will have to reduce because you are not going to argue for your feelings to be considered because it's already considered. Don't forget to like, comment, and share our videos. I'll see you in the next episode.